Good afternoon. As you know, the CSC, that is the Common Service Centers, and the e-District project are under the NEGP, sponsored by Government of India, DIG, and these are two key programs of Government of India under the NEGP umbrella, which reach out to the common people across the nook and corner of the country. And in the state of Assam, we are also a partner in this program of the Government of India. And the basic emphasis is how we can reach out to the millions of people of the state in Assam for delivery of citizen-centric services. And so we consider it, the CSC and the e-District, as the core of our e-governance initiative. The benefits have started now visibly appearing, and the programs have started doing well. Despite initial troubles in common service centers, now we find that a lot of citizens are thronging these centers, and what we thought that simple ticketing, those also appear to be challenges in some of the remote areas. Assam, as you know, is geographically a very difficult state. So all the citizens, wherever we go, they have welcomed the idea of the CSCs, and now our entrepreneurs have been able to get to sustainable levels of income because of the support of the citizens. And we are expecting that as the e-District statewide rollout starts, a large chunk of the citizens would get benefited by direct delivery of the G2C services. Our first major challenge was reaching out in the remote areas in the state, especially the hill states and the states which are in the far east and the western and the southern part of the state, and areas which are heavily and thickly forested, because we have population all across. And then the second big challenge with which we are still struggling was connectivity. The third big challenge was giving a credibility to this program in terms of acceptance among the VLEs, and also bringing in a kind of an awareness level with the citizens. So we have taken about 2.5, or you can say about 3 years of constant struggle since the program was launched in August 2008, if I remember correctly. And we have taken about virtually 3 years time with the VLEs. We have engaged them directly, we have encouraged them, we have even given a lot of VLEs awards, and some of them have done very good jobs. One thing what we learned was that though the program was in PP mode, and it was basically, we as SDA were probably had not much role, but when we realized that the village level entrepreneurs, despite the SCAs being there, we started direct interventions and direct interfaces with the SCAs on one hand and the VLEs on the other hand. And we also help them to bring other businesses, and wherever the SCAs face difficulties, we intervened. Wherever the VLEs were facing difficulties, we intervened, and we started playing a little different kind of a role, which was not originally envisaged for us. Yes, along with the CSC, its second most important component is the e-District. We have done the pilot in 2 districts, Gwalpara and Sonitpur, and now we expect that this program would start rolling out sometime from December onwards in the districts, and we are preparing for that. And the Government of India, DIT, is giving us all the support. The SPMU is in place, and we are expecting to go ahead. Yes, that's a pretty tough question, I must say. But the biggest enabler for the future is the Electronic Service Delivery Bill, which is going to throw up a challenge to all the departments. As of now, IT department was basically an infrastructure service provider for these departments. With the Electronic Service Bill coming into play, and Assam has shortly legislated the Assam Right to Public Service Act, and now we are coming up with a electronic service delivery rule of our own as per the guidelines of DIT. So when these three structures they formally come in place, we'll find that every department now needs to chalk out their electronic service delivery schedules and how they're going to deliver it. And accordingly, we have prepared another cabinet memo which will be again made applicable to all the departments, where they have to allocate about 1.5 to 2 or to 3% of their own planned resources towards service delivery. And we expect that next 5 years are going to be challenging for each and every department. And to start with, we have started engaging with the departments at workshop level to just bring awareness about Public Service Delivery Act and the ESD rules. When we say central government, we largely interact with the Department of Information Technology, now named as Electronics Information Technology, and the department has given us a very good support, I must say, and we hope that we would continue the same partnership. Our requirements in the Northeast are a little different from the rest of the country in terms of connectivity, in terms of power, in terms of manpower, in terms of expertise and the vendors coming from out. So there are unique challenges, and DIT is in fact aware, and they are also trying to work out how they can match these aspirations and challenges in the new scheme of things. Capacity building is a huge exercise. In fact, we have only touched or scratched only on the surface of it. The state emission team is partly in place. Manpower is a challenge in the Northeast, and we hope that by maybe a 6 months time we'll have a complete team, and we are now setting up some more training infrastructure at the state level, in the Assam Administrative Staff College, and at the district levels, so that more number of government functionaries who are directly related with the G2C service delivery can be provided training and capacity building. For the first time in guidance with DIT, we have framed our own training calendar, and we have sent for approval to DIT, and that if that happens, which means that we have already a fixed calendar round the year, January to December. So that is going to give a lot of flip to the capacity building needs. Yes, within the IT department, yes. Within SDA, we are the SDA and we support the IT department. So we need to build our capacities as well. So we do have requirement of manpower and technology upgradation. So that also we are doing. State of Assam is one of the few states which has adopted free and open source policy. Assam IT policy 2009 has a special section on it. We openly promote open document format, ODF, and use of GNU Linux in the government programs. So far, the programs and the NEGP such as e-District or other programs that are being taken up, the state portal, all are under free and open source software regime, and they're all on GNU Linux platform. Most of the departments are also have they have seen the benefit in terms of the ease of operation, in terms of ease of maintenance, in terms of the lower total costs of ownership, and they are also coming forward to adopt this. We have set up a training center within the Secretariat where we provide training every day on LibreOffice and OpenOffice.org to all the Secretariat staff and officers. One of our flagship projects is Assam Online Portal, which is a state initiative. Under that, there is a e-office kind of a workflow being designed for the state. So all that is under the FOSS regime, and the secretarial staff and the officers are being given training, and now we are starting that training under e-District to all the districts, because e-District also is primarily on FOSS and Linux. See, we are very clear cut that there may be few virtues in licensed software, in the sense that it seemed to give operational benefits to the users. However, for a government department or from the point of view of education, it is more of an hindrance, and it is a kind of you can say proverbial that it only increases the ease of use, but actually it is not. And the biggest advantage of the free and open source software is that a department can actually start the day it decides, and the total costs what I have seen are actually much lower. And our policy is that whatever money is saved in licenses can actually be used on training, on bringing better hardware and increasing the internal capacities of the departments. We have a large number of state initiatives. I would just club them, because Assam is a big state in the northeast, and we don't fit the bill right in terms of either population or area to come very close to states like Karnataka, Tamil Nadu or Gujarat. But we have some very special requirements in terms and challenges in terms of power, connectivity, manpower. So we have taken a set of initiatives. One of those initiatives is how we can actually augment our infrastructure. So the state government is supporting the SDA, that is AMTRON, in bringing up a totally a high capacity network within the state, and we have done a lot of pilot runs, and now we hope that in about 2 to 3 years time we'll have a good network coming up in the state of our own. And then in addition to the state data center which is coming up, and our state data center, because we are located in seismic zone 5, we have special challenges. We are now planning to come up with a public data center for hosting of applications in the public domain by the NGOs, the private people, the companies, because it's basically from the perspective of seeding mission critical infrastructure in the northeast, which as of now does not exist. All the major players, if you talk about BSNL or Airtel or Aircel or Reliance, they all host their servers outside the state, which means that our youth do not get an opportunity to work in a mission critical environment. So that's one initiative, and another initiative is we are trying to bring the CME-V4/5 undersea cable connectivity at Cox's Bazar to Guwahati. And then in the capacity building sector, we are taking up plans for bringing up all the government departments for training, and for the local youth, that is basically for employment generation. As you know that about 10 to 20% of the manpower in the country is supplied from this region, and there is not a single company worth its name in this region. So the basic idea is that we want to promote more and more youth, train them up, send them out, or we create enough manpower pool so that companies find it feasible to come down here and set up their shops. And we are taking up programs like setting up an IT park near the Guwahati International Airport. And also now we are working on with ideas to have rural hubs of IT, where in some of the towns we provide the infrastructure for the BPO companies to run businesses, so that we get more visibility in terms of the BPO jobs and churning out of manpower.